Okay, Zaman, so what we said, can you repeat it? I have started recording. Can you repeat what we said about DDL and DML?
Start.
Yeah, from the start, yeah.
DDL refers to the changing of the structure of the data. The structure, which essentially it means changing the columns, whether you add a new column or you remove a column or you change the size of the data that will be put inside that column. So, and to the the most common command for DDL would be the command which is uh, alter. And to use that command in terms of, say, for example, if you change the size of the data, in this example here, we're trying to change the, we're trying to input a address for a new row, but the address is too long for the characters are too long for the previous data size. So we want to change the character limit to say 15. And to do that, you essentially just type in alter table, the name of the table, and then you type in modify parentheses the column size that you would like to change. And in this example here, we're changing friend address as well as friend email. And then you type in the data type. And for this one, it's Virtual 2, and then you type in the new character limit. And so it's been changed here. And then once it's been changed, we are allowed to insert a different row that has the character sizes that are bigger. So as you can see right here, pretty much essentially every other row, their address is it's it's less than 15 characters. But if you look at this new row, the which is under Zaman, the address is bigger as well as the friend email address. So changing the size of the data and when in regards to the columns will always be DDL. When you're trying to change the contents of the data table, and the contents are usually part of the rows, you use DML, data manipulation language. The most common command for for the data manipulation language would be the command update. And then so to use that command, you essentially just type in update, the name of the table, which will be friend, and then it's going to prompt you with a different line. It'll say two, and then you type in set, the name of the column that you're trying to change. So I'm trying to change uh, my friend email from zamang@gmail.com to suhagz@gmail.com. So you do email equals single quotation suhagz@gmail.com and then another quotation. It's important to not use a semicolon after that because you're not done because the command has to know uh, which row to change the address to. So in the next line, we put where the the row that the email comes from, which is where my friend name equals Zaman, and then that's where you end the command with a semicolon. And as you can see, you look in the bottom here, the email has been changed. And then I can go in the bottom in terms of removing the contents of the table. That would be a DML because you're only removing a certain row. Say you remove the whole column. If you remove, say, this entire column here that's spread email, then that would be a DDL.
So in that delete, in that particular delete, can you explain the delete?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, essentially, if you're trying to remove a certain row, the command would be delete from the name of the table, and then it's going to come to a second line of code where it asks you which row that you would like to remove, and then in that case, you type in where, and then I want to remove the data where friend name is Zaman, and then you put the name of the row in quotations, and then that would be the command there.
As
And the,
you, yep, go ahead.
and the reason why this is a DML and not a DDL is because we removed a single row. We removed data within a column. So friend address, friend phone, these are all columns. If we removed an entire column, that would be DDL because that is a structure of the table. That's not the content within the table.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yep. That's good explanation. Any question, guys, from any of you? Like, have you understood what we are going through here?
So basically, DDL, you're just like with DDL, you're just changing the size, altering the structure, and all that. And DML, you're just basically updating. By updating, you're just removing and adding new things, right?
DML, DML, we use update and basically we change the data of the table, not
And
the.
DDL, you're changing the structure, right? Just the structure itself, like how many characters are supposed to be in a table and all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. If you want to add a new column, you want to add a new you drop a column, right? All kind of thing you do DDL in DDL, and in DML simple one simple thing. In DML we change the data. Okay, any further question? No, right? Okay, good. So in terms of database homework, what was given is that to understand DDL, DML clearly, and was there any new table given to you, Jaman?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't think I. Did you? Is that a trick question?
What is that?
I said, is that a trick question? I don't think I got it to the table.
Okay, no problem. So here, from every one of you, this understanding need to be very clear. And can you tell me about what is your understanding about records and fields? Records and fields in database table. Yeah, records and fields.
Not much. Not any exactly.
Does anyone has any idea what is records and fields in database table? Okay, so records. Amit, yeah, go ahead.
So a record is something that like contains data, and fields are what make up a record. So a record has a bunch of fields, and yeah, records have data.
Yep, that is kind of correct. Now, record actually, as you can see, the table Jaman has here friend table. How many row you see in this table? How many rows of data?
6.
How many rows of data at last?
Five.
In the last screenshot?
This one here?
The last one.
5, sorry.
Now, if you look at the last screenshot, Jaman.
This one here, or like which one exactly?
The last screenshot.
One.
Oh, the last one. I'm sorry. Yeah, 4.
Okay. So, how many row you see? 4. Okay. So, this is what we are calling 4 records in that table. There are 4 records. So data is stored in records. A record is composed of fields. Okay. So now in table, every row is a record. Every row of data is a record. Okay. Every row of data is a record. Now records are consist of fields. Now can you see, let's say John and the whole row is a record. Now in this record, how many fields do we have? We have 4 fields. We have a friend fields, friend address field, friend phone field, friend email field. But altogether John is a record. Again, Don is a record, and in this record, how many fields do we have? 4 fields. You understand what is record and field?
Fields is essentially the columns and records are the rows.
Record are the rows. Yeah.
Rows and fields are columns. Okay.
Okay. Now, what is data control language? DCL. 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 What is DCL? Data control language. What is DCL? So you know DDL, DML, and there was another thing, DCL.
From what I've gathered from a quick Google search, is essentially it is used to monitor who has access to controlling this data in terms of the people that would be handling the data. For example, if you work at Wells Fargo, you don't want like everyday customers to have access to the entire database.
So here it is, in one sense, it is correct. The perspective that we are talking, remember that if you manipulate the data in your table, right? Manipulate the data in your table, if you do not commit, then this manipulation will no longer stay. Is that correct? So Jaman, when you have deleted that command, have you used commit statement?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so commit statement is, let's say if you add more data in the table, and then you have to commit. If you do not commit, the data will not remain. When you close SQL and come back, you will see that your data is gone. Okay, so that is where you have to use commit statement. Commit, COMMIT, commit statement. And that commit, what it will do, if you have, can you see that Jaman? You have removed that Jaman, right?
I've not. Yep, I've not.
So if you go to your screenshot again in the document, I want everyone, you take a look here what is happening. Can you see in the screenshot, this is screenshot, how many rows he has here in this particular first screenshot that you see in the screen? 5. And then he has executed a delete statement on the row Jaman. The Jaman is gone, right? Can you see in the second screenshot here, Jaman is no longer here in the screenshot, but when he is executing the command now, we see Jaman is still there. So what does this mean? After deleting, he didn't commit. So that's why the data is still there. So when you manipulate data, you have to commit. If you do not commit, here the data will no longer remain. So that's why we see that even though he has deleted a row with the friend named Jaman, but it is still there. When he is executing the command, it is still there. Why? Because he didn't commit after the change. So he will have to commit.
All right, I'll just, should I show them that? Or?
Yeah, show them that. Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second. SQL is acting up. I think I have 2 of them. It's probably why. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do delete from friend, which is the table name, where friend name equals Zaman. Oh, what do I do wrong?
No, it's already deleted. That's
Sorry, actually, yeah, I think I had a different one. I think this is the,
Okay, close it, close it. Close this one as well and bring it back.
okay, so, all right. All right, so.
Can you
delete.
see Jaman is there? Even though in the other screen it was showing that Jaman is not there because we didn't do commit. Now delete it. Delete.
Oh, delete commit. There you go.
Nice.
Now you close it and come back.
Oh. There we go. Let's go.
Okay. So that means commit is a data control language. And on top of that, what Jaman previously said, to in broader scale, commit this DCL includes other thing like, okay, who will be able to access the database. Those things are included in the DCL as well. Okay, so we have specific examples in terms of what is DML, DCL, and DDL. I hope your understanding is clear on that.
What's, can you explain again what exactly DCL is?
So DCL, I have given a specific example here. So when you manipulate data, if you do not execute commit statement, then what happens? The manipulation, if you close your SQL window and come back, this manipulation will no longer be there.
Okay, so it's about the commit.
It is one of the example of DCL is commit.
Okay.
If you use commit and then even if you close SQL, still the change will be there. So one of the example is of DCL is commit, but by looking at the term data control language, basically you control the storage of data, you control who will get access to the data by this type of statement. Okay, any further question on this? Okay, now Jaman, can you bring like which table I have given you so far to work on, the tables?
Yes, you gave us SQL1 and SQL2.
Can you bring SQL2 and to take a look what we have in SQL2?
Give me 1 second. SQL2 is right here.
Okay, SQL2, can you see we have two tables and we already have executed queries on both of the table. Now, Amit, do you have both of this table in your computer that you have created? In this computer that you have new computer, do you have both of this table in your computer?
I don't.
Okay.
But I do have the SQL2 tables created. I can pull up on my.
In another computer?
Yeah, me too.
So these two, is it this SQL two tables created in another computer? That is what Amit you are saying. So from now on, you will be creating all of the things in this computer. That will be your master computer for this QA course. Is that correct? Okay. Now Uh, so, Iqbal, were you able to make any progress in your study regarding what we did?
I do understand by creating a table, the SQL1 and SQL2, but I didn't have time to do the homework for SQL1 and 2 because of work.
Okay, okay. So, can you?
But I can have it done for you by tonight. By tonight, I'll send you the email.
Okay, that's good.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah, if that is okay, I'm okay with that. Please send it
Yes,
by
sir.
tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
that will be.
I'll send it to you by tonight.
That is good. That is good. Okay. In this case,
sir.
Jaman, do you have these two tables created in your computer here?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I want Amit to help you. Like the first query, can you see the first query in from this two table? We have display friend address, friend name, who have email address one at gmail.com. Amit, can you help Jaman write this command, like how we can execute that particular query?
Sure.
Question number 1.
Yeah, question number 1
For SQL2, right?
for SQL2. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
First of all, Jaman, can you show us the data from friend and club table?
Oh my God. Keep on.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now Amit is helping you writing the query.
Help me,
All
bro.
right. All right. So select friend address, friend phone, friend address, comma, friend phone, from friend, where friend email underscore equals. Is that how you did it? Like, does the punctuation, capitalization matter?
Not really.
Yeah, in the column name, capitalization doesn't matter. Thing matter is data.
So friend email equals
Okay.
single test at what is that? Test at email.com. Test1 at email.com. With the other single quote. Oh, it's there, right? Or friend email equals or
It's all right.
friend email equals yeah test6 at yahoo.com. And then the what do you call that? Semicolon or not semicolon. What do you call that?
Yeah, let me go.
Semicolon.
Nothing popped up. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
Okay, so here what I see that you have written select friend address, friend name from friend. Okay, so we are looking for friend address, friend phone, right? Who have email address? These two. Okay, okay. So friend address, friend phone from, okay, where friend email equal to this or this. Okay, that's good. That's good. So Iqbal, do you understand what we are writing here? Is it clear
Yes.
to you? Okay. Can
Yes,
you
sir.
now
Answer
can
number 2.
okay? Can you help Amit? Can you help for the query too?
Yeah. All right. So for 2, it's display friend name, friend address, friend occupation, and friend contribution. So what you do here is select.
Give me 1 second. Sorry. Select
friend dot friend name,
Friend dot friend name,
friend address, comma friend address,
comma friend address,
comma friend occupation,
friend occupation.
You gotta put the underscore.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right, friend occupation, friend contribution,
Friend, is it underscore? Yep, underscore contribution
from friend,
from friend,
comma club,
comma club,
where friend dot friend name
friend dot
equals club dot friend name.
let me make this a little bigger. Oh, for the
Club dot friend name semicolon.
I have
You didn't spell friend name at the end wrong.
Oh yes, sorry about that. That was a test right there.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
a test. That was a test.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. Let's see. Am I doing something wrong? Let's see. Friend dot. Select friend dot friend name. Friend address. Friend occupation. I'm not sure if I was spelling something wrong.
Okay, so it is not giving you any row.
Let's see. Let's try again. Let's see. Select friend dot friend name.
friend address.
From
Oh, so
I see.
you don't need the quotes.
where?
You don't need the quotes in club
Friend name.
and friend name.
There
And
we go.
and fix the spelling of friend name. And then semicolon.
There you go.
There we go.
Wow.
So I have a question. So when you put the dot, like when he said friend dot friend name, is that only picking the friend table, or is it picking both the tables, both club and friend table?
So if you take a look, first of all, in this query, we have to bring friend name, but we have friend name in both. Can you see that we have friend name column in both table? Do you agree with me? Both table have the friend name. Now, in this case, if you have a particular column that is common in both table, you have to say from what table you want to bring. So it will be bringing data if the friend name is matching in first table with the second table. If the name is matching, then it will be bringing data from the first table. The friend name will be brought from the first table. You got it? The friend name will be brought here from the friend table. Does it make sense to you, Iqbal? Okay, if it, then can you help writing Jaman the third query, display friend address, friend phone who make contribution of 3,000 or 4,000?
You're gonna hit select friend dot friend address, comma friend name, contribution, friend name who contribute.
It's not right.
Is that right?
Can I help you?
Yeah, help me out.
All right, so it's select friend address, comma friend dot friend name
Hmm.
from friend. comma, club, where friend dot friend name equals club dot friend name, and friend contribution in parentheses 3000 comma 4000 parentheses semicolon.
Friend dot friend equals club dot friend name.
Okay, so here in this particular one, it seems like uh, Iqbal, you have to
Sir.
do more practice in order to be at this level. So here, Amit, if I ask you, can you write it using OR operator? How will you write it using OR operator?
If I had to use or on this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So instead of the where friend name equals club dot friend name and friend contribution equals 3000 or 4000.
Quotation.
Yeah. 3000 or 4000.
Do I do 3,000?
Yeah, 3000 quotes and then 4,000 quotes.
Sure.
Maybe without the quotes.
I think it will be a friend contribution. Friend contribution equals 3,000, and then it's going to be or friend contribution again
Okay.
equals 4,000. Or not, or I could be very wrong about this.
You spelled contribution wrong.
Yes, I did. But another test. You have succeeded.
Yay!
There we go.
Let me write that command down.
All right.
Hold
All
on.
right.
Hold on.
Oh, what was the question for that?
Do or command.
So here, can you see the results of the query is not matching.
Oh, yeah. True.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's not anything at all. Okay, so select. So we're trying to find out. Essentially, select address friend name who made contribution. Okay, so but we have to use or. Okay, so
yeah.
select. That's a good question. Let's see. Select friend address.
Interesting.
Can you see Don is coming twice? John is coming.
Okay. So we just friend address, friend name. We have to just use club then, right? We just have to use club and then leave out friend name. I mean,
Yes.
friend name.
No, not this really, Amit. So can you see that where friend name equal to club.friend name end, right?
Yeah.
After the end, put a starting parenthesis, and then can you see friend contribution equal to 4,000? After that, put another closing parenthesis.
And so right here.
Yeah, put a starting parenthesis,
Okay.
and then after 4,000, put a closing one. after the quotation. Yeah. Now press enter.
Interesting.
So how am I supposed to know this? It's just like,
I guess
I
that
can't have a myth in my job. Tell better. So
you just all you have to do is just call me, man.
Okay, now let me tell you. It is you can do that and you will be able to. How will you know that? You will know that um, one query, one part of the query here, friend dot friend name equal to club friend name. That is the one that you do for creating the relation between these two tables. When you bring data from more than one table, then you create relation between two tables. That is for creating the relation. Is that correct? So you have more than one table, you have to bring data, and if you have to create a relation, first of all, this is for creating the relation. Is that correct? Now, on top of that, whatever other condition you have to put, right? Whatever other condition you have to put. Remember that when you have written this query here, where friend contribution in, where friend contribution end, you put end, and after the, like in the upper query, you put okay friend dot friend name equal to club dot friend name and friend contribution in 3000, 4000 or 4000. That is, you do not have multiple condition here. If you have multiple condition, can you see you have break that condition, you have broken that condition in two part by using a or operator, right? When you do that, when, like, can you see here you have two condition over there, you did this thing by a single conditional statement, but here in the later phase you have to put two condition. Can you see? And friend dot contribution equal to 3000 or, so that means it has, you have broken into two pieces of logical statement. Then first of all, whatever you have other than the relation, if you have more than one conditional statement, you have to put them in a parenthesis.
well, okay. This is something that I didn't practice this for like.
Yeah, that is what we are going to, that is what we are going to practice. We have a lot of other tables to do. You will see that, understand that by using or, you have put two conditions here. So for one thing, in this type of complex query, you have two things. One is to create the relation, right? After the relation, you put other related condition. If you have more than one condition that you have to put, you have to use parenthesis in that way. Okay.
Okay, so essentially what you were saying is that in this in command here,
Mhm.
it was just one condition.
Mhm.
It's either 3,000 and 4,000.
Mhm.
And right here, we're asking for two. We're
Mhm.
saying, like friend contribution is this,
Mhm.
and friend contribution is that. And for that reason, we need to use
Yeah.
parentheses.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
Yep. That's good. Now, again, from every of you, I want this queries like the way he. So you sent this last week, right, Jaman? I have
Yes.
verified. So for from every of you, I want this homework in Word document in an organized way. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Now, so let me send you the other table that we are going to practice today. Okay, I'm going to send it real quick right now so that we can keep making progress on this field in terms of testing. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Okay, so okay. One other thing, guys, in this course, keeping your interest is important. So to keep interest here, you will to what you will have to do is, right, to keep interest on this course is you have to be self motivated.
And
Keep
and
practicing.
this right here, I really enjoy this because it looks like a command prompt, and it almost kind of feels like I'm hacking or doing some high level coding. So, and then when you do the queries, it's really it's kind of fun
Yeah.
until
So-
it doesn't work.
So we have to keep our interest here, and to keep our interest, one thing that you have to do, you have to practice. If you do not practice, soon you will feel that you are not getting any more interest in this course. You will not feel like, okay, I'm coming into this class. You will not feel like, okay, I will study. No, if you practice only, then you will feel more attraction. If you do not practice, I'm telling you, soon you will feel like, oh, actually it is difficult for me to wake up at 10. Okay, I sent the table in email. Can you go and find it, bring it, and let's see what we have to do there.
Social Security.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let's take a look what we have to do here. Can you read this table?
Yes. So we got this table here, which includes the columns are names, address, state, age, and social security. And then we have and then we have this table here, which displays the social security, the nationality, the city, and the zip code, and the queries are right here.
Okay. Okay, can we do that?
Yeah. Column would be for the parental. Language, just type in. Just name is that would be
New sim. And how many? Records. Fields. right? With show them that.
Already.
If
Yeah, me too.
for this Q&A. here, table. You
where the where SSN, let's see, where, because SSN is the common one. SSN dot DMV equals,
ssn.dmb.
or no, it's not. Oh, I'm sorry.
So it is like table dot field.
Oh, okay, sorry. So where DMV dot SSN equals Social Security dot SSN.
City and zip.
Oh, nope. The SSN. Huh.
Okay. Where dmb.ssn equal to socsec.ssn. Semicolon.
Should be.
Okay, so ambiguously. Now you understand, like read the error message and now you tell me what you understanding about that word.
It says column is ambiguously defined, so it doesn't know which column to get it from,
Mhm.
whether it's the column from the first table or the second table.
Mhm.
Is that it?
Yeah, and column ambiguously defined means it doesn't know from what column it can bring.
The ecosystem, select name. Let's see.
What is dmb.ssn?
dmb.ssn, like when you create relation. When you create relation, can you see how do you create relation? What is the common field? SSN field is common in both tables. Create relation, you have to say, okay, this table dot SSN and this table equal to this table dot SSN. That is how you create relation by the common field, and the common field is here SSN, and you have to, when you create relation, you have to say, okay, from DMB table, if SSN is equal, yeah, if SSN is equal in DMB table, yeah, the SOCSEC table. Okay, any question on this? But regarding the column ambiguously defined, right? Which column it is pointing?
SSN.
Mm-hmm.
So where am I? Like, where's my mistake at exactly? Because I have them plugged here.
So here, where it is, if you look at the error message, can you tell me where it is pointing out?
Line 1.
Line 1, and where is the asterisk?
What do you mean? Like where's the?
There is a
Well,
star. Where is it?
star is right here.
Under what?
SSN. Oh, I see. Could it be? It's not this. The tabel edition, is it? Under SSN.
Mm-hmm.
So. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. So.
So first of all, you understand where it is pointing. Where is it pointing?
SSN, right? Pointing right here.
SSN,
or-
but which SSN? You have written SSN in 3 places. Which SSN it is pointing?
The SSN from the first table. No,
Select. Can you cannot you see that it is pointing? Select name SSN. That SSN. It is pointing specifically to that SSN.
yeah.
Is it correct?
Oh my God. Yes, yes. No, it's not. SSN.
Yeah, but even like if you decapitalize it, it's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So column name, capitalization, not capitalization, it doesn't matter. Column
Yeah.
name,
So
it
what are we
doesn't
doing
matter.
wrong?
The only thing it is clearly saying column ambiguously defined, and where you have ambiguously defined, it is also saying that.
Yeah, but I literally just fixed it on my screen and it says the same thing.
So
So like name is
I want I want the solution to be coming out of your brain, not because
Okay, so select. Okay, so SSN.
SSN dot, no, dot is not a SSN
No,
dot. SSN dot SSN, we do not write it in that way.
Select name. Let's see. Select name. Let's see. Select DMV dot SSN.
Why?
Because DMV, it's coming from the first table, and the name of that table is DMV.
So when you see column ambiguously defined, when you see ambiguous, that means this particular field is in both tables. When you see this ambiguous word, remember for the whole life, that means this particular field is in both tables. If it is in both table, what will you do? You will do.
Which table it's from,
Uh-huh.
and it's from, and then okay. It came from my brain, all right. It's like, yep, there we go. Okay, so I think that's okay. So I kept thinking like is SSN dot the table, but it's the table first,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's the row. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Does it make sense? Do you
that
understand?
makes sense.
Anyone,
Yep.
anyone, do you have like, if you do not understand, you better speak up.
I'm glad that you didn't tell us because now it makes a lot more sense.
Can you explain that one more time so it just ingrains?
Can I do it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay, so the two table, the two columns that are common on both the tables are SSN.
Right.
So in the first command that I did, which was this one here, I put just SSN, and when I did that, it gave this message here, column ambiguously defined, and it pointed this asterisk to the SSN, and it did that because there is this column exists on both these tables, and where I made the relation here, it doesn't know which table it's from.
Right.
So all I had to do was just say, that it's from the DMV table. So I did name DMV dot SSN, and then we did, the rest from both the DMV table as well as the Social Security table, where the DMV in the Social Security table, I'm sorry, where the Social Security number in the DMV table equals to the Social Security number in the, the Social Security number to the Social Security table. So it just needs to know which table it's coming from, because, and then that's where it works.
Right. So select name, right? And then you did the DMV.SSN. So
Yeah.
like both, the SSNs are in both tables. So why do the DMV.SSN?
Because the reason to do, because it has to, let's see, so if it's both on the same table, it needs to know at least one table.
So let's say, like, could you
let's do
select
that.
name dot, Social Security dot SSN city
Yeah.
zip from?
Let's try that. I think it just.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the same thing.
Right? All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So you can run it like that as well.
So one table has to be defined, and
Okay.
and I just kept thinking that it's the row dot the name of the table, but it's the other way around. So sorry, Navage, but yeah.
So it is like if you say in Bengali, "Bap ka beta" or "beta ka bap."
Either way, it works. Tomato.
Okay, so it is "bap ka beta," right?
Yeah.
So table ka column, not column ka table.
Yes, that makes sense. Yep. I was like,
Okay.
what am I doing wrong, man? But that makes sense.
Okay, so here one other general role. So you asked a better question that Amit, we have SSN in both table. You have mentioned DMB.SSN. Why not SOCSEC.SSN? So normally when we have that type of situation, remember when you see ambiguous means you are trying to pull a data that is present. You are trying to pull a column that is present in both table, and then it is confused from what table it need to bring.
Because the first table, the DMV table, has more data.
More data, yeah. The one
Okay.
general role, you put which table where you have more data.
There we go. Now it's coming. Yeah, it's so crucial to practice this. I
Yeah.
was overconfident in this, but that's my lesson.
You kind of have to do it every day.
Yeah, you kind of have to do. Oh, wait, you have to do it essentially. Can't go 4 days without doing it. Well, I can't go 4 days without doing it. I have a small brain, so it's like, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Can you go for the next query?
Yes. So it says display name and nationality of people who live in the zip code 30044 and 30095. So 30044 and 3095 are here. Are both these right here, and this is their social security number. So it's going to be John, and it's going to be Fareed, and what we share in common is the social security number. Okay, so select. Okay, so select name, nationality from let's see, let me think about this real quick. Like name, nationality.
It'd be from DMV. It's more data, right?
Yeah, from Select name, nationality. Let's see.
Maybe select name and nationality from the zip code. So, SOCSEC.
From DMV. Select name, nationality from DMV. DMV where, let's see, where SS, where, let's see, where DMV dot SSN, no, let's see, where DMV dot SSN equals to, what DMV dot equals, let's see, where DMV dot SSN equals, okay, so we're DMV dot equals
the zip codes, right?
DMV dot equals SOSEC dot SSN. And let's see, SSN. Okay, so select name, nationality from DMV, so to pull this, we need to get the zip code, and to select name, nationality from DMV, so select that. Select name, nationality from DMV, and where, let's see. And let's see, and zip equals zip will be zip n 30044, 30095. No, zip. Huh.
So when it Iqbal, Jaman, if you see, try to understand the error message. Okay, the error message will tell you what you need to do.
And valid is it the it's not going to be the spelling because they become like so. Okay. So it's an invalid identifier, meaning they don't know what that is in terms of this
When you say the invalid identifier, look at the spelling if you have made, when you have created the table, how you named it, and when you are trying to call it, how you named it.
I thought the spelling was okay.
Spelling means like not uppercase, lowercase. If there is a mistake in the spelling.
CIP. I mean, I don't think so.
Select. Give me one. Select name, nationality, Name nationality from. Okay, okay, okay. I see the problem.
Select name nationality.
I see the problem.
You see it? Okay.
You
select
solve it.
name
I'm not going to
okay,
tell it.
okay.
You solve it.
All right, don't tell us. All right, select name the nationality from which we're trying to find. Okay, so from select from okay, so from DMV slash where
If every solution is coming out from Jaman's brain, then you guys, you need to speak up. You need to help him, because the only way I understand that, okay, you are following or you are understanding if you help it.
we're doing the SSN and zip and no, okay, so another it's an invalid identifier. I don't even
It's because you spelled security wrong. SOSSEC, not C.
SOS. See, another test. You guys are excelling in these tests.
You spelled it wrong again, bro.
That's another test, man. Another test for you.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Wow.
No.
There we go. Oh, that required a lot of brain power for me.
Okay. That's good. That's good. So you understanding, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll keep the remaining query for you. We are not going to write every query. You will be doing some work, right? You write the remaining query and create a file, Word file, so that you can send me. Okay, on top of that, I will be sending another exam on this, on SQL. So that SQL 3 for Iqbal, you have to
Yes, sir.
complete SQL 1, SQL 2, SQL 3, and on top of that, I'm going to send another homework on database.
Yes, sir. That's perfectly fine with me, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, same thing, Amit, you have sent me SQL 1 and SQL 2, right? So SQL 3 will be a new task for you, and then on top of that, whatever other documents that I'm sending today, you will be sending that as well.
Okay.
So how does it sounds like? Is it doable?
Yes, sir. It's doable.
Can you repeat that for me, please?
So for you, that SQL 3, and I'm sending another document from database that you will be completing, and you'll be sending as homework.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And sir, and I'm gonna send you the SQL 1 and 2 homework tonight, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, yeah. So anytime you send it, and I'll be reviewing it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So regarding database, that will be all for us today. I'll be reviewing other work, but before I go for other things, let me quickly stop recording on this part, and then I will be going for other topics. Give me 1 second. Jaman, you kept on your sharing. I will come back to your screen again.
Okay, and